This is awesome. There's a great Saturday quadruple header on Fox and on FS1. Nick, I'm going to start with you. You had a chance to take a look at all the games. Not sure you laminated a schedule yet for baseball, but is there one specifically you're looking forward to, a matchup you like?
Yeah, 60 games, 30 teams, so we're talking about it'd be too many games for me. It'd be 900 games. There's no way I can pick all those games. But I will tell you, I'll pick one of the games on that with Saturday quadruple header. Giants-Dodgers. To me, the Dodgers are the most interesting team in the league this year. They've got one of the most interesting players in Mookie Betts. They're my pick to win the World Series. So the game I'm going to circle is right on that quadruple header a couple days into the season opening. The Giants and Dodgers, maybe the best rivalry outside of Red Sox-Yankees in the whole sport. I'll be rooting for the Dodgers, and that's the game I'm looking for, Wilds.
Oh, well, look at this game, Nick. August 13th, the Field of Dreams game. Katanik, I'm going to take off the show that day. I'm going to just show up at the truck pro bono, be like, what's Wilds doing here? I'm like, I'm here to produce. I'm in love with this game. I'd be like, where's Moonlight Graham? Can we get him coming out of the field? I'm going to go out and choke on a hot dog and have a player save my life. It's going to be fantastic, Broussard.
And wait. Look, that's my half birthday, August 13th. So I'm excited too. Go ahead,
good.
Broussard.
Oh, it's
I'm
a
the
double
only one that keeps track of those things.
Your half birthday? What is? I've never heard of a half birthday. But anyway, look, I'm excited about starting the season with Yankees and the Nationals. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. Yankees somehow won 103 games last year with all the injuries. Now they're presumably healthy. We saw Aaron Judge yesterday say, I'm back. I'm ready. Giancarlo Stanton seems ready. Stanton missed all but, 18 games last year. Judge missed about 60. With those two in the lineup, I'm thinking through 60 games, the Yankees can stay healthy. And then you're facing, to start it off, the pitching staff of the Nationals, obviously opening up with Max Scherzer. But the game that's on Fox, July 25th, World Series MVP Steven Strasburg against that Yankees lineup. I can't wait to see that one.
Broussard fired up for a little baseball this morning. All right, let's not talk half birthdays. Let us talk about the fact that baseball is not the only sport right around the corner. 3 weeks away from the NBA restart. One of the teams to beat coming in, the Lakers. Why? LeBron James, obviously. But wait, is it obvious? Because yesterday during a Zoom call with reporters, Jared Dudley caught some people by surprise when he said it's not AD, it's not LeBron rather, but AD who will be the most critical part of the team's quest for a title in the bubble. Nick, does he have a point? Anthony Davis is actually the most critical part of this team moving forward here this season?
No, but I understand what he's trying to do and I understand what he's saying. Quick note for the viewers. I've got a special reward for you at the very, very end of this segment. So I don't normally do mid-segment promos, but at the very end of the segment, if you stick through it, I've got something for you. But on this specific point, listen,
great team.
We know what we're getting from LeBron. We know what we're getting from LeBron come the playoffs. It's quite simply the greatest show in sports. It is an annual tradition. Last year we were deprived of it. But every year for the last decade, post 2011, we have the best player ever playing his best basketball at the most important time. It's the most reliable, best thing in sports television, playoff LeBron James. Anthony Davis is a little more of a question mark. Not because, Wilds, he hasn't been great in the postseason. His averages all go up in the postseason. Points, rebounds, blocks, they all go up. But the sample size is minute, only 13 games, and he's never played a single playoff series where his team was the favorite. Now, every series he plays, his team will be the favorite. Every series he plays, they will be the hunted instead of the hunter. And the immense pressure that he will feel because you know what you're getting from LeBron, and specifically, every tough matchup the Lakers could have, his job changes, Wilds. Against Houston, it would be, listen, you have to play center. We know you don't like it. They're going small. We can go small better if you play center. Against the Clippers, you've got to exploit their lack of size and dominate offensively. Against the Bucks, if you want us to play a center with you, then you're going to have to guard Giannis a lot or else the matchups don't work. So each series, his responsibility changes and the expectations for him are different than they've ever been. So no, the most critical piece is obviously LeBron, but he's also the most reliable piece. So I think what Jared Dudley is saying is for us to win the title, we need Anthony Davis, playoff Anthony Davis, to be similar to playoff LeBron, and that's more of a question mark, Wilds.
But isn't that obvious? Like, the other question that we could have here is, like, is Jared Dudley trying to send messages to Anthony Davis, like how LeBron used to say, send messages to Kevin Love? Just weird. I'm going to put up this head scratcher of a quote, Broussard. Check this one out. It said, hold on a second.
Oh, I love this quote.
We're going to need him to be physical. We're going to need him to be dominant. Defensively, I don't have any worry. And offensively, it's not a worry. I just want him to be aggressive. So special teams is going to be a challenge, Broussard, for Anthony Davis. But I don't know what Jared Dudley is doing here. He's Anthony Davis is one of the greatest players of all time, and now you have to give him messages through the media?
No, Jared realized mid-quote, okay, offense is really a little bit of a concern. But I can't say that because he's our guy. I don't want to say that about him. So, look, he's right. Okay. Defensively, you know absolutely what you're getting from Anthony Davis. The offense and when he delivers the offense is the concern. Now, except Nick had a great point. Everything Nick said was on point, except for the strange intro about some annual tradition, despite it not happening last year. I don't know if that's possible to be an annual tradition that didn't happen last year. But nonetheless, he was right on point. Anthony Davis is the key. It's not saying LeBron's not the best player. LeBron's not the most important player. We all know that he is. And Nick's right. He's going to deliver. But against the Clippers, Nick wants to keep acting like this isn't an automatic. Against the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals, Anthony Davis is the key. Again, we know what LeBron's going to do. He's going to be great. However, they've got some good matchups from LeBron. I don't think LeBron will just take over the series and destroy everybody because you got Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Marcus Morris, others you can throw on LeBron. Anthony Davis, the Clippers don't really have a great matchup for him. So he's going to have to be dominant. And look, he hasn't been. He's averaged 26 points against the Clippers in this season, which is 3 games.
Pretty good.
However, it's good until the fourth quarter. That's the problem. In the fourth quarter, he's got 8 total points in the 3 games in 21 minutes. That's when they're going to need Anthony Davis to step up and take over. I was saying all year, get Davis used to being the fourth quarter guy because against the Clippers, he's going to have to exploit whoever they put on him. If it's a big, take him outside. If it's a small, take him inside. He didn't do it during the regular season. That is critical.
So, listen, as is often the case, Broussard's half right in this regard. If the Clippers are fortunate enough to make the Western Conference Finals, which I don't think they will, they have built their team focused on guarding LeBron and totally neglected guarding any type of big. And so if you think, not you, Broussard, but the general public, if you think Montrezl Harrell can check Anthony Davis, good luck to you. If Ivica Zubac, who Magic Johnson famously gifted to the Clippers, if you think he can check Anthony Davis, I'd love to see it. Joakim Noah, you want to dust the cobwebs and wave the smoke away from him? I'd love to see that too. I don't see any of that happening. So I agree with you, Broussard, and if we do get Clippers-Lakers, that is going to have to be a series where Anthony Davis not only is more aggressive offensively, but more aggressive down on the block. Not taking a bunch of jump shots, but using his size and strength advantage because the Clippers are they would be the greatest 6'8" and under team ever, but it's the NBA. You've got some 7-footers to deal with, and Anthony Davis needs to exploit that edge, Jenna.
That was a long-winded way of saying, Chris, you're right. I mean, he went all around the market before admitting that I was right, Nick. And I don't know. Look, I love AD. But does he have it in him? That's what Jared Dudley is saying. We know what everybody else is going to give us, especially LeBron. Does AD have it in him? I'm not saying he doesn't, but does he have it in him to take over, not be good in the fourth, but be dominant in the fourth quarter against the Clippers?
Wild, but you said something I thought was interesting, though, which is you thought Jared Dudley was essentially sending messages through the media to Anthony Davis. Listen, Dudley was added to this team for a lot of off-the-court stuff as much as on-the-court stuff. He's obviously not a big part of the rotation. Did you think that this was him stepping out of bounds, or did you think this was him filling his role?
No. Well, no, that's definitely. I always thought Jared was a fascinating guy, and specifically on the Lakers. He has talked about being like the ultimate bench guy, and maybe Anthony Davis responds to that. Anthony Davis also talked about like needing to self-motivate with no fans in the crowd. So, Broussard, just real quick, I know we have to go to break. Oh, and we have Nick's tease that he's been teasing for 6 minutes, so we want to get to that. What are you actually saying? Are you saying like Anthony Davis doesn't have it as a superstar, just is going to choke in the fourth quarter? Like really put it out there, Broussard.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we haven't seen it. As Nick pointed out, he hasn't been in this situation, and he didn't do it this year in the regular season against the Clippers. I know he's got the ability, but does he have the mentality to go out there and just take over in the fourth quarter? That's what I want to see.
All right, now to pay off the tease from earlier. August 13th is the Field of Dreams game.
Oh,
August 13th, can you put Jenna Wolf on camera, please, with me? Jenna Wolf asserted to America, August 13th is her half birthday.
It's a big
Jenna
day.
Wolf, I'm not asking you what year. Jenna Wolf, what is your actual